You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans. Looking into next week, Sophia Choi may drop a baby bombshell on Tate Black. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to talk about a couple of official spoilers for next week, straight from NBC Peacock PR. But first, please subscribe if you're not following us. So just to real quick remind you of the context of all this, Sophia has had a crush on Tate for a long time. But to be fair, she was wildly misled by him and Holly Jonas. Remember back when Tate and Holly were banned from seeing each other and were sneaking around behind their parents' back? That was because Tate had been stuck in jail after druggie Holly overdosed herself, and that was after Tate refused to take those drugs with Holly and told her not to take them. She did, and she overdosed on some of Clyde Weston's bad pills, and then she almost died. And because Tate picked up her pill baggie in innocence and ignorance, he was wrongly arrested. Then while Holly was in a coma, there was an investigation, and Rafe found out from kids at their high school that Holly was the druggie, not Tate. But that didn't stop Nicole, who was pushing it to be anybody but her daughter, and EJ was enabling her and decided that because Tate's parents had a past with drugs, he was a druggie and he wouldn't listen to the evidence that Rafe gathered. Then when Holly woke up, she flat out lied, and that kept Tate locked up even longer. So when it all came out, most fans really disliked Holly at that point for leaving Tate behind bars, so basically she wouldn't be grounded. And then once he finally got out of jail, his parents, Teresa and Brady, demanded that Holly stay away from him and him away from her. And they even threatened Nicole that she better keep her druggie kid Holly away from their son. That led to some sneaking around. Tate was into Holly, but they were keeping it secret. So when Sophia told her she had a crush on him, Holly basically let her keep that crush going by not coming clean. That led to Tate asking Sophia on a fake prom date she didn't know was a fake. And then when she figured it out, she was absolutely crushed to find out she was being used to cover for Holly and Tate. And you remember Holly went with Aaron, but he knew about it, so he wasn't as fussy. That led Sophia to rat out Tate and Holly to Nicole, who busted them at the Salem Inn. And then Holly betrayed Tate again when Brady was accused of running down Sarah Horton. Holly lied to get into Tate's house, and then she was rifling Brady's room looking for evidence that EJ could use against his dad. So to be clear, Holly lied and got Tate locked up with her bad drug antics. Then Holly lied while she was trying to get his dad locked up. It is unclear to me why Tate is so dim where Holly is concerned. Then she took off to Paris after they broke up, and Sophia was there for Tate. And yes, she is a bit of a bad and schemy girl. I will absolutely admit that. And then Sophia slept with Tate, but she did it because she thought he was really into her, because he said he was. But what he was really into was just getting into her pants. Sophia asked him several times if Tate really wanted her or were just using her as a consolation prize, second choice when he still wanted Holly. And Tate insisted it wasn't true, and Sophia believed him. And then, even worse, Tate called Sophia by Holly's name the next time they were in bed together. So she dumped him, and he ran right back to Holly, and he misled her into thinking that he broke up with Sophia, and only later after Holly basically found out did he come clean. And Holly offered to sleep with Tate recently, and he said they could wait. So that's where we are with these three crazy teens as we step into these really big spoilers for next week. On Thursday, which is the 19th? Sounds right. Tate gets life-changing news. And of course, that could cover many things, except Friday spoilers say he promises to help Sophia. That to me sounds like a pregnancy plot. Now, whether it's a real pregnancy or a fake pregnancy is always a question in these situations. But just for some reason, I don't see Sophia lying about being pregnant. She has a lot of personal pride, and she walked right out on Tate after he called her Holly's name. She didn't try and stick around or manipulate him or, cry. She was strong. Sophia walked away and she talked it over with her bistro boss, Ava Vitale, and she later talked it over with Aaron, but she had good self-esteem, right? And for that reason, I suspect if Sophia drops a baby bombshell on Tate, it's the real deal and not something to try and steal him back. I just don't think she would after all the things we've seen. And that could be a game changer for him and Holly. I mean, Holly was upset to find out Tate slept with Sophia the second she left for Paris to see her mom. And then Holly was upset to find out Tate used her name in bed and that Sophia dumped him, not the other way around as he had led her to believe. So Tate finding out he made a whoopsie with Sophia would kind of be karma for the way he's treated her. And it's been a few minutes since we had a teenage pregnancy plot on Days of Our Lives. But then again, the NBC soap has no problem doing storylines with miscarriages and abortions. So Sophia turning up pregnant doesn't mean we're going to get a teen pregnancy story necessarily that goes all the way to her having a baby. But for now, we are watching for scenes next week as Tate's life is shaken to the core. I would absolutely expect Holly to accuse Sophia of getting pregnant on purpose or something similarly tacky. But again, I just don't think Sophia would do this on purpose. She seems to have her act together. She was responsible about contraception, but things happen. No contraception is perfect. So this might legit just be a mistake that nobody intended to happen. The same day that Tate promises to be there for Sophia, other spoilers say that Holly's grandma Maggie advises her to take things slowly with Tate. And I'm guessing Ava and Brady are going to be involved in this too, because she told Brady that she didn't like the way Tate treated Sophia and thought he was very insensitive. And of course, Brady had to remind her that teenagers don't always have the best judgment, especially not the guys. So we'll see how it goes and what these spoilers mean, but I feel like we are about to get a pregnancy plot.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.